Hello everyone. In this video we are going to understand about World War I, which led to close to 1.7 crore people dead. We are going to understand its causes, its impact, and the courses of events. In this war, the world was divided into two alliances. The first one consisted of allied powers, which involved Russia, France, Britain, USA, and Japan. On the other hand, in the opposition were the Central Powers, which consisted of Austro-Hungarian Empire, the Germans, and Ottoman Empire, which is presently consisting of Turkey. Now let us understand the major causes of war. First one was imperialism. Like colonial powers like Britain, Germany, France had established colonies all over the world, and they did not want to lose power over those colonies. Second one was nationalism. In those times, the concept of nationalism meant glorification of one's own nation, and the chief means for this during those times was by involving the nation in wars and winning the wars. Third one was militarism, where nations began developing sophisticated weapons, stockpiling weapons, and increasing the size of armies. And the fourth reason was an alliance system, in which nations, in order to extend their influence, were entering into secret treaties and alliances. Here it is important to note the two important alliances existed during that point of time. The first one was the Triple Alliance, which was formed in 1882, and it consisted of Germany, Austro-Hungarian Empire, and Italy. And against this, another alliance was formed, which was called as Triple Entente in 1907, which consisted of France, Britain, and Russia. Now, let us see how World War I started in different phases. In phase 1, the would-be emperor of Austro-Hungarian Empire, Archduke Franz Ferdinand, was shot dead on June 28th of 1914 when he was in Bolivia. And the responsibility for this was taken by a Serbian nationalist group named Black Hand. Now basically this date is considered as a beginning of World War I. The Austro-Hungarian Empire, along with other nations, put the blame of the incident on Serbia. But Austro-Hungary could not directly attack Serbia because they knew Serbia had Russia's open support. And if Russia gets involved, it knew that Triple Entente alliance partners like France and Britain would also get involved. So Austro-Hungary sought the help from Germany, and Germany was led by Kaiser William II during that point of time. After getting assurance of help from Germany, Austro-Hungary served an ultimatum to Serbia, which had very harsh terms and conditions. But to surrender to such ultimatum was impossible for Serbia. Now, in phase 2, Germany, which was friend of Austro-Hungary, had declared war on two fronts, one with Russia and another with France. Though at that time, Germany shared a border with Russia, but to reach France, Germany had to go through Belgium. But as soon as Germany attacked Belgium, Great Britain also got involved, because already a treaty known as Treaty of London existed between Belgium and Great Britain, in which Great Britain had promised Belgium that it would support Belgium in case of any war situation. Though initially Germany was very successful against French, but very soon Britain also joined hands on side of French, which was a disadvantage for Germany. Next, Japan too joined the war, as a treaty existed between Japan and Great Britain, and with each other had promised that it would come to the aid of another if any warlike situation existed on any of them. So now we have seen how Russia, France, Britain, and Japan have joined hands against Germany and Austro-Hungarian Empire. Very soon, Turkey, which was also known as Ottoman Empire then, also joined the war, and it attacked Russia via naval attacks. Moreover, Germany deployed its U-boats, which were submarines, and it attacked few passenger ships too, among which were the American ships. Now, in phase 3 of the struggle, we are going to see how US became a part of the war. Initially, US had declared that it would not participate in war and was supplying arms for both the sides. But in 1917, US was dragged into the war because Germany was attacking US ships, and US believed that Germany was secretly influencing Mexico to fight against US. Very soon, Woodrow Wilson, who was the president of US, began supporting Great Britain, and Woodrow Wilson presented a 14-point letter in their parliament. Three most important points in this 14-point letter was towards establishment of world peace and to end imperialism and to establish an institution known as League of Nations. This resulted in US formally joining the war. It greatly increased the troubles for Germany. With US was sending close to 10,000 soldiers daily to fight against Germany, Germany was in a very poor situation now. But at the same time, Germany also had some good news. Due to Russian Revolution, Russia had withdrawn from the war. But German army was already very tired and injured and was affected by many diseases like the Spanish influenza, which made them unfit to fight the battle. Later in 1918, a temporary peace treaty was signed by Germany, and very shortly, Treaty of Versailles was also signed, and Treaty of Versailles is also called as official end of World War. Treaty of Versailles had imposed many conditions, which included the entire guilt of war. The reason for war was placed on Germany. Germany paid heavy reparations. Till 2010, it was paying war reparation for its role in World War I. And restrictions on Germany's military development as well as territorial development was placed. And many Central and Eastern Europeans' borders were highly restructured. And many of the new countries also came into existence, as you can see in the slide. And another important thing was the colonies of Germany was divided between France and Britain. In the next video, we are going to see the impact of World War I and the changes it brought in the ways and organization of the world. Thank you. Please do subscribe, share and like our channel. Thank you.